Okay, I think we're live. I hope. All right. Let's go in to HSTR. I've tried changing some of the settings I've got set up, so hopefully this will record better. If it doesn't, I can just upload the video that it automatically records, so we'll make this work. All right, first thing for HSTR, notice I missed the beginning of it. That's like 5, maybe 10 minutes. So let's hope I can actually get in here. But first thing for the Anakin HSTR is I need a setup team. And I'm just going to go to the bottom of my thing and use 4 level 1 or level 10 or horrible characters. The point here is to eat tray as isolate. And so I want characters that will die and leave it eaten. All right. This usually works. Sometimes I have to send in a second team. You just watch isolate. And it just takes a long time to load. This is just BlueStacks on my computer. It's just slow sometimes. I've got the sound turned off because, well, it gets kind of loud and I'm often working with and doing other things at the same time. So the reason for 4 is 3 saber attacks plus an isolate. And there we go, 3 saber attacks plus an isolate. We're good. I still haven't figured out why you sometimes get 2 damage from that, or 4 damage or whatever. But now we're going to go in and actually use the actual team. This is the Anakin team. They are as low potency as I can get them. Sometimes this works really quickly, sometimes it doesn't, and that very much can affect how much damage I get on HSTR Phase 3. Okay, now the big thing I need to watch out here for is days. It's okay if it goes on Anakin, it's not really okay on anyone else. I need to damage the sabers because unlike the other team, I won't be able to count on getting them low with other attacks. And I won't be able to count on having lots of asage damage when we get there. That's fine. Okay. Much as I would like to clear those buffs, I really actually want to keep that retribution around. The characters I really want clearing these foresight are Daka and Anakin because they just don't do much damage. Well, that's unfortunate. And I know from experience that Anakin's AoE doesn't clear foresight. And this is looking a little bit shady. Unfortunately, I've had a hard... this one, Initiate apparently didn't want to die. And now this is not going to work. So we're going to have to back out because I need Anakin alive. Otherwise, this would be great, but I need Anakin alive. So let's try that again. As you can see, I've already lost a bunch of damage I could have done. This is the long part of this fight. Well, at least the part that requires attention. It's just setup, and that was an unusually long setup. I've had them be really short too. But this is just one try, so it's still better than the pure Nightsisters one. All right. And I clearly need to get over and do tank, but you win some, you lose some. Let's get the buff up. Why not? All right, at this point I probably should back out, but I'm going to give it one chance for him to get revived. He didn't. I'm backing out. And this can take half an hour. And if it takes half an hour, I will not be doing P3. Because someone will have finished it. We've got enough people that can solo it in guild. I'm racing against time at this point. As is, I've already lost my chance to pull first, probably the chance to pull even third in the raid, which is fine. I mean, I don't have to pull first every time. Okay, I said that days was a problem. It's not a problem on Initiate, because she doesn't have to live. In fact, I don't want her to. I mean, sometimes Treya will do that call on Initiate, and when she does, it's just a matter of immediately killing all the sabers. Initiate can also clear days. I'd prefer to use her on something with Retribution days. Foresight. But that's the way it is. Right now I'm just talking to hear myself talk. You probably already know all of this. But, you know, this way it's not a completely silent stream. Well, I didn't really mean to kill it. But, you know. Ooh, definitely need to not kill the third one. Because Initiate needs to die. Before Anakin. Anakin's back. Kill Initiate. And this is very unfortunate because it's probably another one I'm going to have to reset. Yep. It would have been nice if I could have shown you one of the good ones that, you know, went easy, but no, this is one of the annoying ones. On the other hand, this is still much better than the other Nightsisters variant, which everyone was like this, or almost everyone. Nope, wrong one. Because I don't want him to get hit with Retribution. Ah, you see, she targeted him. And that is very nice. And of course, Retribution's gone by the time Initiate actually gets to go. So irritating. Nope. No Anakin. And that one was my fault because I meant to hit his single target and hit his AoE. This is the part they never show you in the videos, is all of the painful retrying. At least not in any of the videos I've seen. They show you their one successful run. Come on, change targets. There we go. Ooh, days on docket. That's a bad thing. If this goes quickly, which it probably will, this is still early enough. I might be able to pull it out even with days on DACA. It all depends on how quick initiate dies. Well, that's not good at all. We're going to just back out of this one. Okay, now, it's always nice when that happens. I really need to get on tank takedown, assuming I didn't just miss it, which is very possible. Got them low, which is nice. Now they just have to kill initiate. There we go. Not kill Anakin, not get days on anyone. Okay. That is good. More AoE. And there we go. We've got the setup done. This is a perfectly acceptable setup, except that I don't have, whoops, wrong one. Back on auto. I want select. Select basic. And that is all there is to it. Now we're just going to sit here and do the other 50% of Darth Raya. I'm going to read a book or something. Maybe play another game. I don't know. Okay, I guess I probably should say something. You notice how Towson is periodically getting turn meter? They all do. Whenever an effect is resisted, as you can see, she resists a lot of effects. That's what makes this work, because it's not actually quite a true loop. Asajj doesn't gain enough turn meter for it to be a true loop. Daka does, but not Asajj, from deaths alone. And you'll eventually notice Treya's turn meter will start going up. That just happens. This one, actually, I've had apparently a bunch of resists, and my timing has worked out on who gets it, because there's been very little turn meter gain from Treya. It may get up pretty far. This one, it probably won't get up too far, because I've only got 50% to go. But honestly, most of the turn meter gain is in the first 30 to 40% anyway, because I'm ramping Asajj's damage. Eventually, if I had the full bar to go, she'd be doing more than 1% of Treya's health every hit. So at the end, it just starts jumping down. And that setup was much, much better than it was with the old Nightsister team, even as relatively painful as it was. I will say it, I think it's kind of dumb that auto is the best way to do these. It just takes so long, but it's true. Auto is the best way to do these generally. See, I'm already up to 0.4 of Treya's health. Well, maybe 0.35, somewhere in there. Getting up closer to 0.5%. All right. We should be getting pretty close. Yep. See, I've got lots of time. I've got about half of her turn meter bar left, and I'm going to have about that much, or almost that much, when she runs out of health. And I had a little over half her health to do. So easily doable in one topple. It really is all about getting that potency down, at least in heroic. And as you can see, it's very easy to see how ASETch just does tremendous damage if you give her a whole tray of health bar to work with. Interestingly, the boosted health seems to carry into the next phase, but the boosted damage does not. They're just really weirdly durable. I would have expected both of those to reset for the next phase, but they don't. Okay, now the last couple of percent I'm going to go ahead and do manually, because that way I can avoid having Initiate alive when I go into the next phase. Should be enough for one more attack. Yes. Don't want to do a basic because that would revive initiate. I was really concerned there I was going to end up in a case where I had to revive initiate. Okay, on to the next phase we go. And I don't know why, but there always seems to be that delay there while it's trying to decide what to do about Treya. That's not a BlueStacks thing. That's just my phone does it too. Okay, now there are things I can do here and things that are really annoying to do here. I often don't worry too much about this phase because this is not the phase I'm here for. I'm really here for P3. One of these days I'm going to get myself a P4 team, a P4 and a Hylas team that isn't Nightsisters. So I really do not like running Nightsisters against the beginning of P4. The only team I know of that does this other than Nightsisters is JTR, which means you can't do them on P1. But I've heard good things about JKR for P1, so maybe that's what I'll do. I don't know. Okay. Anakin needs health, so I'm going to have to figure out how to get Initiate dead if I want to keep doing that. Not actually sure the health transfers over. It just seems like it sometimes. This time it doesn't seem like it. They're just really pretty sturdy. Sometimes I just auto this phase because why not? I mean, I'll get a few % off of them, but nothing like what you get in P3. And also nothing like what you can get with the proper P4 Nightsisters team that can easily pull several mil. And I'm not going to get anywhere near that with this team. But that's okay. This is a P3 Nightsisters team. If I had the choice, I'd do it all basically on Nihilus. It's just trying to avoid giving him protection back. That is important. Four. Okay. No Anakin. Unfortunate. I mean, I don't actually feel particularly bad about how well this team does. I'm still going to end up doing, what, 7%? Ooh, he's about to charge. Come on, go before Towson does. Good. Getting that timing right, it really annoys me. It's one of the things I really dislike about this entire setup. Okay. Let's see if we can get Anakin back. Nope. But we did get health back on Towson, which is a good thing. Hey, if I get 10% off of Nihilus, I will not feel bad at all. That'll be a really good part of this run. Ooh, I definitely need to get that down. It looks like I'm going to, which is really cool. Okay, I need to get one of them alive again so I can remove, isolate. Isolate is a bad thing. See, they're both really sturdy because of all the reviving we've done. I think it's only in this phase, but even so. And there's, yep, see, I've done 11% of his health. That is not bad at all. Try this again. Still no Anakin. I don't think he was isolated, but it's only like a low percentage chance. So, yeah, actually, this is going to be a perfectly acceptable P4 team under the circumstances for this particular run. I usually don't get this much. This has gone very, very well. There we are. I accidentally killed something, but that's okay. Doing all right on health. Very good. Let's try for Anakin again. Nope, still no Anakin. And we've hit Enrage, so we're basically at the end anyway. Probably ought to have put up Unbreakable Will on someone. Let's do it. Why not? But see, I'm going to get almost 20% of Nihilus's health. That is absolutely incredible for a non-P4 team. Okay, 18%. That's still, I'm just utterly amazed. That's a really, really good run for the P4 part. My overall damage is only 24 mil. That's not great if you consider how much you'd have gotten if I'd done all of P3, but really it's not bad at all. And it should place me fairly high. Oh, well, I'm currently first. That kind of implies other people haven't finished their P3 runs yet, because there should be other people finishing that. But I'm not going to stay first, probably. But I'm not seeing some of the other people who usually do it. Brett in particular always runs P3, so I'll have competition. Anyway, that's that. Let me go ahead and stop the stream.